My beloved child, listen carefully because this message was placed in front of you for a divine reason. Archangel Michael is crying out your name right now. Heaven has torn the veil, and something unseen is about to enter your life. It will shake everything you thought you knew, and rebuild it into something miraculous. Do not scroll away. Stay until the end of this message, because your angel is speaking directly to you. My child, you must understand, when your angel weeps, the heavens tremble. A breakthrough that has been hidden from your sight is only moments away. This is not a coincidence. God Himself ordered these words to be carried to your eyes. If you leave before the message is complete, you may miss the very miracle that was written with your name in the book of life. My beloved, Archangel Michael says, a storm has been circling around you, but I am holding my sword over your life. A chain is about to break. A door is about to open. And an enemy is about to fall away. Stay with me now, for these words are not for everyone. They are chosen for you. If this word is touching your spirit already, pause here and subscribe, because heaven is preparing to pour continuous messages into your life, and you cannot afford to miss even one. Each message is a seed of transformation, and the more you receive, the more miracles will manifest before your very eyes. Child of light, Michael says, you have been walking with a heavy burden, but it will not be carried much longer. Within the next moments, an unexpected shift will happen. This shift may appear small at first, a message, a sign, a sudden encounter, but it carries the power to transform the path of your destiny forever. Do not resist it. Do not ignore it. Watch closely. Beloved soul, your angel whispers, a hidden hand is about to release what was stolen from you. A truth long buried is about to rise. A blessing sealed away is about to break open. This is the divine hour. Your test was long, your nights were dark, but now light breaks forth with unstoppable force. Every second you remain here, the power of this message multiplies in your life. It is not entertainment, it is prophecy. Your angel led you here, because you were chosen to hear this voice before the hourglass empties. Those who ignore it will regret, but those who receive it will rejoice. My beloved child, you are still here, and that means your spirit is already responding to the call. Every heartbeat you feel right now is heaven signaling, stay. Listen. Receive. Because right now a curtain is lifting in the invisible world around you. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. The angels have been circling you while you were unaware, and now they are drawing nearer. Michael says, I saw the tears you cried in secret. I counted the nights you felt no one could hear you. I heard the prayers you never spoke aloud. And now the answer is moving. Child of light, can you feel it? A trembling in your chest, a chill on your skin, that is not imagination. That is the Spirit of the living God brushing against you as you read. Do not be afraid. Because even though something is about to shatter, it will not destroy you. It will destroy the cage. It will destroy the chain. It will destroy the lie. What comes after the shattering is the freedom you prayed for but did not think possible. If these words are reaching into a hidden place of your soul, pause for a moment. Say quietly, I receive this. This simple act of agreement unlocks doors you cannot yet see. And if you have not yet subscribed, do it now, not as a ritual but as a sign of expectation, so that the next wave of messages arrives in time. Because the days ahead will not be ordinary. They will be marked with signs. Michael says, I am standing at the edge of your timeline, holding back a flood until you are ready. But the time is almost up. The flood is coming. Not of destruction, of blessing. It will wash away what you thought was permanent. It will replace loss with abundance. It will replace shame with honor. It will replace fear with clarity. Beloved soul, you were told you were forgotten. That was a lie. You were told the door was closed. That was a test. You were told your chance was gone. That was a shadow. The real story begins now, in this moment, as you read these words. Stay here a little longer. Because every paragraph carries a seed. Every seed will open at the appointed time. This is why heaven ordered these words to appear on your screen. This is why your angel is crying out for you right now. Michael continues, there is a name about to be spoken in your life that you have not heard before. This name will bring news. This news will bring change. And this change will open a door you thought locked forever. Child, you may not understand all of this yet. You don't need to. You only need to stay and receive. Because in the invisible, your situation is already shifting. Where there was blockage, a pathway is being carved. Where there was delay, a speed is being released. Where there was silence, a voice is about to speak. My beloved child, the heavens bend close when you lean in with expectation. Do you understand how rare this moment is? Out of the countless souls in this world, this message was placed directly in front of you, not by mistake but by divine arrangement. Your angel has been waiting for you to arrive at this exact hour. There are seasons where heaven is silent and seasons where heaven thunders. Right now, heaven is thundering for you. Archangel Michael says, a shaking is coming, but it is not meant to break you. It is meant to break everything that has been standing in the way of your blessing. This shaking will reveal who is truly for you and who was only standing close to take advantage of you. It will reveal what was real and what was illusion. It will reveal the hidden traps that were set against your feet. And once revealed, they will be destroyed. This is why your angel is crying out, because the revelation is close, and you must be prepared to receive it. Child of light, you have been walking through long shadows, wondering if anyone has seen your pain. Heaven saw every moment. Every tear that fell in the night, every cry you swallowed back so others would not hear, every time you looked upward with no words to say, it was all recorded. You thought silence meant absence, but silence was preparation. Michael says, I was standing with you in every moment you felt alone. I was holding back forces that you did not even see. You thought nothing was happening, but entire armies were being restrained because of you. Now the time of hiddenness is over. Something is about to surface in your life, something long concealed. A truth will rise, and it will not come softly. It will come with the power to shatter illusions, the force to change your direction, and the light to show you what has been hidden in darkness. Child of light, you have been walking through long shadows, wondering if anyone has seen your pain. Heaven saw every moment. Every tear that fell in the night, every cry you swallowed back so others would not hear, every time you looked upward with no words to say, it was all recorded. You thought silence meant absence, but silence was preparation. Michael says, I was standing with you in every moment you felt alone. I was holding back forces that you did not even see. You thought nothing was happening, but entire armies were being restrained because of you. Now the time of hiddenness is over. Something is about to surface in your life, something long concealed. A truth will rise, and it will not come softly. It will come with the power to shatter illusions, the force to change your direction, and the light to show you what has been hidden in darkness. Beloved, I must warn you with urgency, when this moment arrives, it will feel sudden. But sudden does not mean random. What looks like an overnight shift is actually the unfolding of years of unseen preparation. Your angel has been arranging this moment while you slept, while you worked, while you worried, while you almost gave up. This is why you cannot turn away. You must stay. If you walk away from this word too quickly, you may miss the confirmation that your soul has been waiting for. Right now, even as you read, doors are trembling. The locks are weakening. A breakthrough is pressing against the barrier of your life. And Michael says, when the barrier breaks, you will know it was not by your effort, not by your wisdom, not by your strength. You will know it was heaven's hand. And hear this carefully, child, with blessing also comes testing. There are voices that will rise when your breakthrough comes. Some will try to cling to you, not because they love you, but because they fear losing the benefits they once took from you. Some will question if your miracle is real. Some will even mock what they cannot understand. But you must not bend to their disbelief. You must not allow their doubt to poison your faith. For the miracle was never meant to convince them. It was meant to transform you. This is why the angel says, do not give your pearl to swine. Do not place your crown on those who never honored you when you were in the valley. Keep your eyes fixed on heaven, for what is coming is sacred. Even now, the Spirit whispers, a name will appear. A message will arrive. A door will open. Watch closely. Beloved soul, everything you thought delayed is about to accelerate. Everything you thought denied is about to be restored. And everything you thought forgotten is about to be remembered. You must breathe these words in like fire to your bones, because they are not casual. They are an assignment. This is a summons. You were chosen to hear it. My beloved child, do not think it is an accident that your eyes remain fixed here. The Spirit has been tugging at you, pulling you closer and closer to the very moment you are in right now. When you wonder why this appeared in front of you, understand this: heaven has scheduled your encounter. God does not waste words. Every syllable is sent like an arrow into the soul it was meant for, and this arrow has struck you. It is no coincidence that as you read, your spirit feels both heavy and stirred, as if something unseen is brushing against your heart. That stirring is not your imagination. It is the sign that the divine is very near, the proof that Michael himself has been whispering your name in the courts of heaven. He has been asking for permission to intervene, to stand as your defender, and now the command has been given, the sword is raised, and the battle is turning in your favor. Beloved, for too long you have lived beneath weight and resistance. Doors that should have opened seemed bolted. Opportunities slipped away just as you reached for them. People you trusted turned their faces from you in your hour of need. Yet what you did not see was the unseen struggle. Every delay was contested, every opportunity resisted, not by flesh and blood but by powers that sought to block your destiny. But the time of resistance is ending. Michael says, the chains that once held you cannot remain. The gate that once barred you cannot stay closed. The voice that once accused you has been silenced. This is why your angel is weeping for you, not tears of sorrow, but tears of relief, because at last, the command has gone forth. What was locked must open. What was hidden must be revealed. What was denied must be restored. Child of destiny, let this truth sink into the deepest part of your being. The shaking you feel is not the end, it is the beginning. It is the sound of structures falling, not to destroy you but to clear your path. Sometimes the walls must crumble so that the doorway can be seen. Sometimes the bridge must burn so that you will no longer be tempted to go backward. Sometimes relationships must end so that your hands will be free to receive the one heaven has chosen. This is the season you are stepping into now. A season of divine subtraction that makes room for supernatural addition. The subtraction will sting, yes. But the addition will heal. Michael says, do not grieve over what is leaving. Do not hold too tightly to what was never meant to stay. For what I am bringing to you is greater than what you have lost. And hear me now, child, this message carries urgency. Because when heaven moves, you must move with it. Do not hesitate when the sign appears. Do not delay when the door swings open. The Spirit will not wait forever. This is why you were drawn to stay here, line by line, moment by moment. You are being trained to listen, to recognize the sound of your angel's voice. For in the days to come, that voice will call again, in dreams, in whispers, in encounters that cannot be explained. You will hear it, and you will remember this moment, and you will know, the message was true. Beloved, prepare yourself, because the miracle that approaches will not only bless you but expose what was against you. There are hidden intentions that will be revealed. People who smiled in your presence will show their true faces. Situations you thought were solid will suddenly crack. And though this may shake you, it is not to harm you. It is to set you free. Michael says, you cannot carry false friends into your promised land. You cannot carry hidden enemies into your place of blessing. I am revealing them now, because where I am taking you, only truth can remain. So do not fear the revealing. Do not cling to what falls away. For what falls away is making space for what is pure, what is divine, what is meant for you. And hear me now, child, this message carries urgency. Because when heaven moves, you must move with it. Do not hesitate when the sign appears. Do not delay when the door swings open. The Spirit will not wait forever. This is why you were drawn to stay here, line by line, moment by moment. You are being trained to listen, to recognize the sound of your angel's voice. For in the days to come, that voice will call again, in dreams, in whispers, in encounters that cannot be explained. You will hear it, and you will remember this moment, and you will know, the message was true. Beloved, prepare yourself, because the miracle that approaches will not only bless you but expose what was against you. There are hidden intentions that will be revealed. People who smiled in your presence will show their true faces. Situations you thought were solid will suddenly crack. And though this may shake you, it is not to harm you. It is to set you free. Michael says, you cannot carry false friends into your promised land. You cannot carry hidden enemies into your place of blessing. I am revealing them now, because where I am taking you, only truth can remain. So do not fear the revealing. Do not cling to what falls away. For what falls away is making space for what is pure, what is divine, what is meant for you. And let me tell you this clearly, child of light, the miracle will come wrapped in disguise. It may look ordinary at first. A message. A phone call. An unexpected opportunity. A chance encounter. Do not dismiss it. Do not shrug it off as coincidence. The Spirit does not deal in coincidences. Every thread is woven with purpose. Every step is guided. And when the miracle arrives, your spirit will recognize it even if your mind hesitates. That is why you must stay connected, you must keep receiving, you must prepare yourself with expectation. Because expectation is the doorway of manifestation. Heaven pours only into open vessels, and right now your vessel is open. My beloved child, there comes a point in every destiny where the silence breaks. You have walked through years where the heavens seemed sealed, where your prayers rose like smoke but appeared to vanish into the void. Yet even in the silence, the answer was forming. Seeds were planted in hidden soil, watered by your tears, shielded by angels you did not see. And now those seeds are cracking open. The silence is ending. You will not wait forever. What has been held back is being released, and when it comes, it will not arrive in fragments or small portions. It will come like a flood, sweeping away everything in its path that was never meant to remain. Archangel Michael says, the sound you hear in your spirit is the river breaking loose. It will not trickle. It will roar. Beloved, you must understand the magnitude of what is at hand. The shifting in your life will not be limited to one area. It will touch everything, your relationships, your provision, your direction, even your understanding of yourself. For too long, others tried to define you by their words, by their judgments, by their limits. They saw you through the lens of your past and chained you to mistakes you already laid at the altar. But heaven has written a different word over you. Michael says, the labels that bound you are burning away. The identity that heaven gave you is rising. You will walk no longer as rejected, no longer as overlooked, but as chosen, marked, and anointed. Child, this is why the message feels heavy in your chest, because it carries the weight of truth that cannot be denied. And yet, hear me carefully, with the rising comes a testing. Just as fire purifies gold, your spirit will be tested to reveal its purity. There will be moments where the easy path whispers your name. There will be voices that invite you back into compromise, back into the very chains you are being freed from. You must decide in those moments that your destiny is worth more than temporary comfort. Heaven will strengthen you, but you must choose. The angel warns, do not look back like Lot's wife. Do not cling to what is being removed. Fix your gaze on what is before you. For the promise ahead is brighter than the memory behind. My child, let me speak to the ache you have carried in silence. There is a wound in you that no human words have fully healed. You covered it with smiles, with strength, with perseverance, but deep within it remained tender, bleeding whenever life pressed too hard. Heaven saw that wound. Heaven did not despise your weakness. Michael says, every tear that fell into your pillow was gathered. Every whisper you thought lost in the night was recorded. And now the healer comes. The balm is being poured. The wound will not remain open forever. What you thought would always define you will become the very place where glory shines. What you thought was your shame will become your testimony. Child of destiny, listen with trembling. There is a name that is about to cross your path. This name will carry a message that alters your course. For some, it will be the return of someone long gone. For others, it will be the sudden arrival of a stranger bearing an opportunity you did not expect. For still others, it will be the whisper of a promise fulfilled in a way you could not imagine. But in all cases, it will carry weight. Pay attention when the name is spoken, when the message arrives, when the moment presents itself. It will not be random. It will be the confirmation you have been waiting for. Do not dismiss it. Do not second guess. Heaven speaks in signs, and this will be your sign. Beloved, if you are still here, it is because your spirit knows this is for you. Many have already turned away, missing the very key that was meant for their breakthrough. But you remain, and that is proof of your hunger. Heaven always responds to hunger. Michael says, the ones who wait, the ones who listen, the ones who endure, these are the ones I mark with favor. And you, child, are marked. The days ahead will not be easy, but they will be glorious. You will walk through shaking, but you will emerge unshaken. You will face fire, but you will not be consumed. You will hear accusations, but you will not be condemned. For the hand of God rests upon you, and no force can pluck you from it. My beloved child, heaven has already begun to move on your behalf, though you may not yet see the evidence with your eyes. The greatest shifts always begin in the unseen before they manifest in the visible. Right now, angelic hands are pushing against barriers that have stood in front of you for years. Right now, words are being spoken in rooms you have never entered, words that will shape opportunities in your favor. Right now, the chains that have been fastened in the shadows are trembling, ready to break. You must not allow discouragement to blind you to this truth. For the darkest hour always comes just before the dawn, and many give up moments before their breakthrough appears. Michael says, do not quit. Do not retreat. Do not believe the lie that nothing is changing. The greatest change is unfolding even now. My beloved child, heaven has already begun to move on your behalf, though you may not yet see the evidence with your eyes. The greatest shifts always begin in the unseen before they manifest in the visible. Right now, angelic hands are pushing against barriers that have stood in front of you for years. Right now, words are being spoken in rooms you have never entered, words that will shape opportunities in your favor. Right now, the chains that have been fastened in the shadows are trembling, ready to break. You must not allow discouragement to blind you to this truth. For the darkest hour always comes just before the dawn, and many give up moments before their breakthrough appears. Michael says, do not quit. Do not retreat. Do not believe the lie that nothing is changing. The greatest change is unfolding even now. Beloved soul, consider the weight of your journey. Every trial you endured was not wasted. Every disappointment that broke your heart carved depth into you, depth that could carry greater blessing. If your life had been easy, you would not have the strength you carry now. If every door had opened when you first knocked, you would not have the wisdom you hold today. If every person had stayed by your side, you would not have learned how to walk with heaven alone. Michael says, your scars are not curses. They are the marks of your preparation. And now that preparation is complete, you are stepping into a season where what you carried in pain will become the very testimony that lifts others. What the enemy meant to destroy you will become the story that crowns you. But, my child, I must warn you, with new doors come new choices. When heaven blesses, the enemy also stirs, hoping to plant doubt in the soil of your promise. There will be whispers that tell you this is too good to be true. There will be shadows that try to convince you the miracle is temporary. But listen carefully, the blessing that heaven sends cannot be stolen unless you hand it away. Guard it. Protect it. Speak life over it. Do not allow negative voices to poison what is sacred. Michael says, you are receiving something precious. Treat it as treasure. Do not allow those who mocked you in your valley to now dictate how you celebrate on your mountain. Child of light, there is a great unveiling coming. The things that have been hidden in darkness, lies spoken against you, traps set in secret, motives disguised behind smiles, they will all be exposed. At first, this may shock you, even hurt you, but understand, exposure is mercy. For how can you walk into blessing with hidden poison still at your side? Michael is tearing the veil, pulling back masks, and shining light where deception lived. Those who wished you harm will be revealed, and their schemes will fall apart before your eyes. And though you may feel the sting of betrayal, remember this, those who fall away were never meant to remain. The ones who endure this season with you are the ones divinely assigned to your journey forward. And now hear this carefully, beloved, a name is coming. A voice you have not heard in a long time, or perhaps one you have never heard before, will call to you. This name will be connected to a shift. For some, it will arrive in the form of reconciliation, a door reopened where all hope seemed lost. For others, it will come as a divine appointment, a person sent by heaven to open new pathways. And for still others, it will arrive as a sudden opportunity tied to destiny. Do not dismiss it when it appears. Pay attention to the stirring in your spirit, for your soul will recognize the sign before your mind does. This is how heaven works, quietly at first, and then suddenly with undeniable power. Beloved child, if you are still here, it is because your spirit is drinking deeply from this stream. Many have turned away already, missing the very message that could have shifted their future. But you endure, and that is proof that you are chosen. Michael says, the chosen ones are always few, but their inheritance is great. Do not underestimate what is unfolding in this very moment. Even as you sit here, heaven is aligning your steps, preparing divine connections, stirring hearts on your behalf, and writing a story you cannot yet imagine. Soon, you will look back and realize that this was the hour everything began to change. My beloved child, there is something I must reveal to you now with all urgency. The waiting you have endured was not punishment, but positioning. Every delay you faced was a divine orchestration to bring you to this exact hour. Had the doors opened sooner, you would have walked into rooms unprepared for your presence. Had the relationship stayed, you would have tied yourself to those who could not carry the weight of your destiny. Had the opportunity arrived in your last season, you might have squandered it, not knowing how precious it was. But now, heaven says you are ready. Michael declares, the time of waiting is ending, and the time of fulfillment is beginning. You have been tested in the shadows, and now you will be revealed in the light. Child, you must not despise the years behind you, for they were the training ground for the miracle that is now stepping toward you. Beloved, I see how often you have carried silent questions in your heart, questions no one could answer, not even those closest to you. You wondered why you were betrayed, why the path seemed so lonely, why you faced battles that others did not. But hear me now, you were chosen to walk a road set apart. The very isolation that broke you also preserved you. The rejection that wounded you also protected you. For had you been embraced by the wrong crowd, you would have been pulled into snares that were meant to destroy you. Michael says, I allowed the doors to close because not all doors lead to destiny. I allowed the people to walk away because not all companions are meant to finish the journey. I allowed the storms to rage because storms reveal foundations. And though it was painful, though it felt like abandonment, it was mercy in disguise. Now, beloved child, prepare your heart for the unveiling. A shift is stirring, not in one area alone but across every part of your life. Finances that have been stuck are about to flow. Relationships that have been fractured are about to be clarified, some healed, some severed for good. Opportunities that seemed unreachable are about to bend toward you. And above all, your identity, long hidden beneath layers of doubt and fear, is about to shine with a brilliance that cannot be denied. Heaven has already written your new chapter, and the ink of the old one has dried. Michael says, you are no longer who they said you were. You are who heaven has declared you to be. Walk in that truth, for it is your covering and your crown. Now, beloved child, prepare your heart for the unveiling. A shift is stirring, not in one area alone but across every part of your life. Finances that have been stuck are about to flow. Relationships that have been fractured are about to be clarified, some healed, some severed for good. Opportunities that seemed unreachable are about to bend toward you. And above all, your identity, long hidden beneath layers of doubt and fear, is about to shine with a brilliance that cannot be denied. Heaven has already written your new chapter, and the ink of the old one has dried. Michael says, you are no longer who they said you were. You are who heaven has declared you to be. Walk in that truth, for it is your covering and your crown. Beloved, you may feel a trembling even now as you read these words. That trembling is not fear, it is recognition. Your spirit knows when truth is being spoken. Your heart knows when heaven is near. That stirring you feel is confirmation that this message is not general, not random, but personal. It has your name carved upon it. And if you lean in fully, if you embrace this word with faith, you will see the signs manifest faster than you imagined. Some of you will begin to see shifts within days, small confirmations that build toward greater miracles. Others will experience sudden breakthroughs that appear as if from nowhere. But none of it will be coincidence. All of it will be the orchestration of heaven itself. And hear this final warning in this moment: not everyone will celebrate your blessing. Some will envy it. Some will resist it. Some will try to convince you that it is temporary, that it is fragile, that it cannot last. But remember, child, their voices do not hold the authority to define your destiny. Only heaven has that right. Michael says, "Do not waste your tears on those who cannot rejoice with you. Do not beg for acceptance from those who were never assigned to understand you. Do not lower your crown to make others comfortable. This blessing is yours, chosen for you, sealed by heaven's hand, and no force on earth or below can strip it away. My beloved child, lean in closer, because heaven is not finished speaking to you yet. The journey you have walked has been long, and though others may never understand the weight you carried, the heavens recorded every step. You must know this: nothing has been wasted. Not the nights you lay awake wondering if your prayers had vanished into silence. Not the mornings when you rose with heaviness pressing on your chest but kept moving anyway. Not the battles you fought quietly, with no audience to applaud your endurance. Every moment was seen. Every tear was counted. Every cry was answered, though you did not yet see how. Archangel Michael says, "Child, you were never unseen. Even in the shadows, even in the valley, even in the silence, the eyes of heaven were fixed upon you. And now, the time has come for what was hidden to be revealed, for what was delayed to be delivered, for what was promised to be fulfilled. Beloved, the breaking you endured was not to destroy you, but to prepare you for greater capacity. Think of the seed that must crack before the new life bursts forth. Think of the clay that must be pressed and reshaped before it becomes a vessel of honor. Think of the gold that must endure fire before it shines without flaw. You, child, have been pressed, cracked, and refined, not because you were weak, but because you were chosen. The very pressure that almost crushed you was shaping you into one who could carry what others could not. And though you questioned the purpose, though you doubted if anything good could rise from the ashes, heaven whispers now, "This is the moment we prepared you for." Michael's sword has been drawn not just to defend you, but to cut through the veil that kept you from seeing how close you already are to the promise. And let me speak directly to the fear that still lingers in your heart. You wonder if you are enough to hold the blessing, enough to walk in the calling, enough to live the life that is unfolding. But child, heaven did not choose you because of your perfection. Heaven chose you because of your surrender. When you cried out for help, when you admitted your weakness, when you whispered in the dark, "God, I cannot do this without you," that was the very moment heaven's power was sealed over your life. Michael says, "The blessing coming is not because of your strength, but because of your willingness. Not because of your perfection, but because of your persistence. Not because of who you are to the world, but because of who you are to heaven. You are enough because heaven has declared you enough." Beloved soul, prepare for divine disruption. Everything will not remain as it has been. The ground beneath your feet is shifting. Relationships that once seemed stable may shake. Plans you thought were permanent may crumble. But do not be afraid, for this disruption is the hand of God clearing the path for something greater. You prayed for blessing, but sometimes blessing requires removal before addition. You asked for open doors, but sometimes the wrong ones must close first. You longed for peace, but sometimes false alliances must be broken before true peace can flow. Michael says, do not cling to what is shaking. Let it fall away, for what remains will be unshakable. What is being taken from you was never meant to stay. What is being given to you cannot be stolen. And now I tell you this with trembling urgency, a divine encounter is near. For some, it will come as a name suddenly spoken into your life, carrying with it news, opportunity, or connection. For others, it will be an unexpected message that arrives out of nowhere but shifts everything. For still others, it will be a chance meeting, a voice in a crowd, a sign too specific to be ignored. Child, when this happens, do not dismiss it. Do not second-guess it. Heaven's signs often appear ordinary to the eye but are thunderous to the spirit. Michael says, your spirit will know. You will feel the quickening. You will recognize the confirmation. Pay attention, for this is the moment you have been prepared for. My child, you are not here by accident. This message was carved for you alone. Many will pass by, but you remained, because your spirit was hungry. And heaven always feeds the hungry. You are chosen, marked, sealed by the hand of God, and the story written over your life cannot be erased. Soon, very soon, you will see what you only dared to believe. The breakthrough will come. The miracle will manifest. And when it does, you will know that every moment of waiting, every season of pain, was worth it. And now I tell you this with trembling urgency, a divine encounter is near. For some, it will come as a name suddenly spoken into your life, carrying with it news, opportunity, or connection. For others, it will be an unexpected message that arrives out of nowhere but shifts everything. For still others, it will be a chance meeting, a voice in a crowd, a sign too specific to be ignored. Child, when this happens, do not dismiss it. Do not second-guess it. Heaven's signs often appear ordinary to the eye but are thunderous to the spirit. Michael says, your spirit will know. You will feel the quickening. You will recognize the confirmation. Pay attention, for this is the moment you have been prepared for. My child, you are not here by accident. This message was carved for you alone. Many will pass by, but you remained, because your spirit was hungry. And heaven always feeds the hungry. You are chosen, marked, sealed by the hand of God, and the story written over your life cannot be erased. Soon, very soon, you will see what you only dared to believe. The breakthrough will come. The miracle will manifest. And when it does, you will know that every moment of waiting, every season of pain, was worth it. My beloved child, the heavens are leaning close as these words are written upon your heart. You have wondered for so long if your life carries meaning beyond the struggles and setbacks, beyond the disappointments and betrayals. Hear me now, every moment of your existence has been carefully written, every step guided, every detour allowed for a reason greater than you can yet understand. Archangel Michael has stood guard over you when darkness sought to consume you. He has lifted his sword on nights when you felt defenseless. He has whispered strength into your spirit when you thought you could not continue. And though you did not always recognize His presence, you felt the strange peace that carried you through when all logic said you should have collapsed. That peace was not your imagination. That was the evidence of heaven standing with you. And now the same presence that sustained you will usher you into transformation. Beloved, there is a sacred law woven into the fabric of destiny. Before something new is born, something old must die. This is why you have felt things breaking around you. This is why doors have shut, sometimes violently. This is why relationships have dissolved, sometimes without explanation. It was not because you were cursed. It was because heaven was pruning your life, cutting away what would not survive in the soil of your future. Michael says, do not mourn what was never meant to remain. Do not chase what I have removed from your path. For what I am bringing will not require you to beg, will not demand that you shrink, will not force you to compromise who you are. What I am bringing will fit you perfectly, because it was crafted for you in the heart of God. Child, trust this cutting. For though it stings now, it is making room for fruit that will last. And hear this with all soberness, what is coming is not small. It is not a minor adjustment. It is not a temporary blessing. It is a reordering of your entire path. Finances that were once strangled by lack are about to overflow with provision. Opportunities that seemed out of reach are about to seek you out. People of influence who never knew your name will suddenly be drawn to what you carry. Michael declares, the season of obscurity is ending. The light that has been hidden is about to be set upon a hill. And though this may terrify you at first, for the light always draws both admiration and opposition, you must not shrink back. You were not prepared in silence so you could remain silent. You were prepared so that when the moment came, you could stand unshaken and speak with authority born of trial. My child, do not think that the pain you endured was wasted. Every sleepless night, every tear-stained pillow, every whispered prayer of desperation, they all became the soil where your future blessing was planted. You thought heaven was ignoring you, but heaven was watering your seed. You thought nothing was growing, but growth was happening beneath the surface. And now, in this very season, the sprout is breaking through the ground. What you thought was dead is alive. What you thought was over is beginning. Michael says, the time of hidden roots is ending. The time of visible fruit is here. You will eat from trees you did not plant, you will drink from wells you did not dig, because heaven delights in surprising those who remain faithful when all evidence told them to quit. Beloved soul, you must prepare yourself, for the unveiling will come suddenly. One moment, life will feel ordinary. The next moment, everything will shift. You will wake to news you did not expect, to an opportunity that seemed impossible, to a message that alters your direction. It will come as suddenly as lightning strikes, as surely as dawn follows the night. And though your mind will struggle to comprehend it, your spirit will know, this is the miracle I was promised. Do not question it. Do not dismiss it. Do not let fear convince you it is too fragile to last. Michael says, what heaven opens, no man can shut. What heaven blesses, no curse can undo. What heaven releases, no enemy can restrain. And child, if you remain faithful in this season, not perfect, but faithful, then what begins as a single breakthrough will ripple into every area of your life. Relationships will heal where they are meant to, and where they are not meant to, the truth will be revealed. Provision will flow in streams you never anticipated. Direction will become clear where once you only saw fog. And perhaps most importantly, you will finally know peace that is not dependent on circumstances but rooted in the certainty that heaven is with you. Michael whispers, "You are not alone, and you never were. And now you will see the proof."